right, don't cut your Audacity. Did you cut the Audacity?
I didn't cut the Audacity.
Don't touch the Audacity.
Okay.
Don't even touch the Audacity. Don't touch that dial. All right.
It's staying on.
Let's get right back into it, shall we?
Yeah.
Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between. It is I, Damn Dan, one half of Pitch Imperfect.
And it is I, Slipknot Boom, the other half of Pitch Imperfect.
And today we're here to pitch you something. As a matter of fact, we're here to finish a pitch. If you remember from last week, we pitched to you one of the greatest games you've ever heard of in the history of mankind. And that's right, it's a kart racer. And
what was it called again?
And Jacob, that game was called Motion Pictures Racing.
Motion Pictures Racing.
Now, Jacob, I hear the audience. We already heard about this game. Why are we back talking about this game? Jacob, what's up with that?
Yeah, we already heard about this game. Well, you didn't hear everything about this game because we
more
left
to
a
tell.
lot. We have. Oh, pray tell. We have more to tell. Pray tell.
Pray tell, we have more to tell.
This episode will be consisting of scrapped content, some backstory about that scrapped content, game mechanics,
various ramblings from us, probably.
Various ramblings, yeah.
Game mechanics.
Game mechanics.
Jokes and jabs.
Jokes and jabs. Jams and jaws. It's going to be a great time, and we're all happy that y'all are here to experience this with us.
So sit your...
And items.
And items.
Yep.
Alright. Theme song.
So,
Theme song. We gotta find a theme song.
Theme song.
We can go ahead and look for a theme song after the recording of this episode.
Ooh, that'd be good.
And okay, let's go ahead and how do we start? How do you want to start it off?
I think we should just start off with the items.
Okay. Now, I know what you're saying. That was a bad intro. All right. Hi. It's God damn it. Why don't you intro this?
All right, let's do this one last time. Every good car. Oh my gosh.
Oh god.
Every good kart racer.
On, bro.
Oh my. Put it on.
Dude, put that thing away. They're all like children here.
They're like children here. Every good kart racer has items. We also have items.
Yep.
And we.
But only great kart racers have these items.
Have good items.
Oh
yeah. So, I will be honest. A lot of these I don't exactly remember it, and I don't think we did the first time that we recorded.
We definitely
this.
didn't. We definitely didn't.
So, we'll try our best.
We're gonna do our darndest.
Yeah. So, first item that we have written down is Mondo Burger.
Mondo Burger.
Mondo Burger. So Mondo Burger is kind of like a risk reward type item.
That's right,
when you
that's
get,
right.
I think the idea is that we also have like a separate button to drop an item if you don't want to risk the Mondo Burger. So the Mondo Burger can either grow you like large, much like in the film
Like
as the because the burgers have like some triglycerol or something in it to where it makes the burgers significantly larger.
Yeah.
We should be using that on more things than just burgers, if you know what I mean. But so Mondo Burger can either make your cart like really big, or you can cause you to like blow out, or something like that. Something.
I think the idea was that the risk reward type of thing, like you said, like it makes you big and makes you stronger and like more invulnerable to attacks. But on the other hand, you do run the risk of it just exploding on you and you spin out. I think that was the idea. A yin and yang, if you will.
Yes.
Now this next one's interesting because in my notes I have it written down Scooby Snacks / Nas. Now I remember what we meant. We wanted to have a Nas meter that we fill up by consuming Scooby Snacks. And I think we decided that it would be more like coins in Mario, where they're kind of laying on the field and you can pick them up.
Yeah.
But it's very interesting that we decided that
ultimately...
Scooby Snacks were the link to Nas. I think that's funny.
Yeah. Because and forgive me if I'm overreaching, but we did come up last time with an idea for the Nas that we'll get to in the gameplay element. If we're still,
we'll get to that in a second.
We'll get to that. Yeah. Next we have Ed's secret sauce, and if I'm believing correctly, it's kind of like the blooper, right?
No,
Or,
we had it.
or was it an
was
oil?
an
Was
oil
it an oil
slick.
slick?
You drop it behind you, and it
Okay.
ends up being a little oil slick. So if someone, it's like a trap. Like it's like throwing a banana behind you in Mario Kart.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a trap for people who are stupid and can't see it.
Right.
Next, you got the jellyfish net, and that one, in terms of the radius of effect, it was kind of like the boombox that I like to call a little horn in Mario Kart, where it's like an area effect, but you swing your jellyfish around and it hits someone, and it makes it go out of control or whatever, makes them spin out.
Right.
Jellyfish net, classic SpongeBob. SpongeBob.
Classic SpongeBob.
Classic SpongeBob.
Next we got the battering, and this is essentially like our red shell.
Exactly.
Batman doesn't make tech that wouldn't hone on to people.
Yeah. Batman doesn't miss.
He's a part of the. He doesn't miss. That's the thing about him. If you've seen the Lego Batman movie, you know he gets it first try.
He gets it first.
And so, our battering is essentially a red shell. You throw it, it'll hit somebody as long as they don't have like Ed's secret sauce. They're holding on to it or something.
Yeah.
You know
Exactly. Now this next one's funny, and I'm glad I'm the one saying it. We have spray-on shoes, and that's spray-on shoes from the Cloud with the Chance of Meatballs franchise. And so I think the idea was that you spray it and it goes around you or like to the side of you or something. And
I think
and if you hit someone with it, it's spray-on shoes like blocks onto their tires so they like freeze in place and they're rendered immobile for a little bit. For anyone who hasn't seen this Cloud with the Chance of Meatballs franchise, you've wasted your life. But basically, he invents spray-on shoes, but he can never take them off because they're spray-on. So that's what happens when you put them on a tire and it makes someone very upset.
Yes, and again, I know I didn't remember it in the first time we did this. Next we have the Cubano, and I do not know what it does. Oh, it's a superstar, right? It's like our superstar.
I believe it's a superstar. It's either that or just a regular mushroom, just like a boost. But the Cubano from Chef, superstar is what we're gonna go with.
So it's so good, it's gonna make you invincible for a little bit of time.
You're gonna love it.
You are gonna love it.
Ooh, can I actually?
You gotta.
Oh, want me to get this next one?
Oh, whatever you want to do, because I was gonna say you have a good one. Honestly, this one's so good it might as well just be last.
I'm gonna say we should save this one for last, and I think you should say this one.
Okay.
Oh, I know, because you're proud of the other one. I'll let you say that one.
I am proud. Okay,
but we're saving this next one. We're gonna make it second to last. The next one, I don't remember what this does, but it's a chug jug. Oh, I remember. Chug jug is from Fortnite. For anyone who doesn't know, it upgrades your shield level. Makes you take from Fortnite. Your shield from Fortnite. It makes you take more damage without dying. So we imagine that it just creates a little. You drink it, and it makes a little force field around you. So if you get hit by something, it takes the hit for you instead of you taking any damage or spinning out. Pretty simple stuff. Yep. This next one, I'm gonna go ahead and hit. So Jacob can hit us with a big one.
So this is my most proud item is the Necronomicon from the Evil Dead franchise, and this is gonna act as the bullet bill. Now, if you're aware with the evil that's inside of Evil Dead that rises, whenever the evil comes, it like jets itself forward towards the camera. Yeah. The camera goes with it, and it's just like going to Ash and all of his friends' demise. Yeah. So what I want from this is that I want you to become the evil. When you pick up the Necronomicon, the Book of the Dead, you become the Evil Dead. And it's like the bullet bill because it just jets you forward and forward momentum so fast. So flippin' fast.
Yeah, so comically fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Jacob, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Actually, no, I guess we can program this to not be the case because I don't think it ever happens in Mario Kart. But what happens... This is also... I see you smile. This is not going to be a joke. I'm actually curious. What happens if you get the Necronomicon in first place?
Well, you never get a Mario Kart in first place.
You never get a Mario Kart. That's what I was saying. I was like, that was a question, but I don't think it ever happens because we can just program it to not be the case.
Yeah. That's like a 7th and under. That's like a bottom half type thing.
But what if I get it, hold on to it, make it to first place? What then?
Oh, well then that kudos to you.
The Necronomicon just kills you. Okay.
Yeah.
Now this next one is that last one was a bullet bill. This one though is our blue shell. Now
is our blue shell.
Now it's gonna be hard to admit, or it's not hard to admit. It's gonna have to explain for anyone who has not watched Breaking Bad. Spoilers ahead. Spoilers ahead. Big spoilers.
Massive. Yeah.
There's a character named Hector Salamanca who by the time we meet him in the show, he's like wheelchair ridden, and he can't really speak, but he communicates. He communicates with a little bell on like the little like the armrest of his wheelchair. And there's a scene where Walter White, the main character, the one who broke bad, has to collab with Hector Salamanca to kill their mutual enemy. And Hector basically decides to let himself die. So Walter White makes a bomb on his wheelchair so that when he rings the bell a bunch of times, he explodes and it kills the villain Gus Fring in the room. So what I'm trying to tell you, and Hector, and along with Hector, God rest his soul. Now, so what I'm trying to tell you is that if you get the Hector Salamanca item, you basically send Hector Salamanca on his wheelchair, speeding across the track, swerving through everybody, and then he gets to first place, circles them like a blue shell, and you hear like, and then just an explosion. So if you're in first place, you hear the
ringing gets louder.
Yeah, you get as you're in first place, you can hear the ringing get louder as it comes to you. So you know it's inevitable and you know it's coming. And then Hector bravely sacrifices himself to take you down. So that is at least probably my favorite of the items for this game. That's pretty good. Yeah. All right. Now I will say there's a bit of an oversight in that Necronomicon, Chug Jug, and Hector Salamanca are items from properties that are only in the DLC. So technically speaking, they cannot really exist in the main game, which is an oversight on our part. But it's unfortunate, and we're not going to change it because we're proud of the items.
Yes. Remember, this is just a pitch. We're just showing what we have. We're showing what we have.
We're showing what we have. And what we have is hope.
Is this.
And hope.
And a dream.
And a dream. And now this next one, before we get into game mechanics, which we keep teasing you about. But let me tell you this.
Yep.
We, like I said earlier in the last episode, we came up with a lot of possible vehicles for this game. And not many of them made it to the cutting room floor, or not made it past the cutting room floor. So, we're going to go ahead and rattle off some honorable mentions. I'm going to go ahead and start off. Loaded Diaper Van. Die Wimpy Kid movies. You've seen him. You love him. Loaded Diaper Van. Roderick's Band Van. Jacob, hit him with the next one.
Next one was one that we even had in the base roster for a while. Even made a stage for it, but we just couldn't figure it out. It's Snoopy's Red Baron from the Peanuts franchise.
Snoopy Red Baron Peanuts franchise. Would have been classic. Now these next
we tried our damnedest, but
now these next two were going to be a part of a. Actually, there's another one on here that I don't see listed, so I'm going to throw. There's 3 cars that we had for a Cartoon Network DLC pack, and that was the regular show golf cart, Adventure Time Jake car, where Jake is the car, and then the snail car from Chowder, and those would have been bangers if you ask me. But unfortunately,
and one more
what
too.
was the last one?
Kevin's muscle
That's
car.
That's right. Kevin's muscle car from Ben 10. Kevin's Ben 10 muscle car. Kevin Tennyson's Ben 10 muscle car.
Yeah, he's not a Tennyson.
He's not?
No.
I've never seen the show.
Oh, okay.
Is he just a friend?
Well, so in the OG Ben 10, he was one of Ben's arch rivals, because he had one of every one of the 10 Omnitrix transformations inside of him. And then Ben, it's been a while. Ben helped him to reform himself, so he becomes pure human again. But he has the ability to take whatever he touches, he can become that element. So if he touches concrete, he made out of concrete, stuff like that. So they went from rivals to friends. He started dating.
Bit of an enemies to lovers arc.
Yeah, and then he started dating Gwen Tennyson.
I did not know
the three
that.
of them
That's
became
very funny because I could have sworn they were all family. That's awesome.
Oh no, they keep it in the family though.
Interesting. The next one I have here. Oh, but yeah, that would have been a Cartoon Network pack. Would have been pretty cool. Jacob. Next one. This one was yours.
This was mine. I kept trying to insist. This is a classic vehicle. I couldn't get it past. Couldn't get it past.
Couldn't get it past me.
Nope. He said we got we put the Ferrari in there. That's your
this
pass.
far and no farther. I said.
Yeah. So next one, we got Indiana Jones sidecar.
We have the Indiana Jones sidecar from the Indiana
which
Jones
has the
franchise.
motorcycle and the sidecar that's attached to the motorcycle.
Yeah, it's not just a sidecar. It's all of it.
Yeah,
It's all of it.
that would be silly.
That would be just silly. That would be straight goofy. We can't make a game like that. Indiana Jones sidecar. Not much to say. Indiana Jones sidecar.
But we have Chicken Little fire truck.
Now we have the buses pack we have here. I have Jumanji Dune Buggy from Jumanji The Next Level. Go ahead and jump in here, Jacob, when you want to say. Pizza Planet truck from the Pixar
Pizza
films.
Planet truck.
Here a grease car that flies. I have written here that grease car that flies, and yeah, grease car that flies. That would have been a good one. I wish we could have seen it. Oh wait, that could have been our flying vehicle. We're so foolish. It's okay.
Yeah, but the Flintstones in the first storm.
The Flintstones in the first was cool. Yeah.
What's it called? I'm just gonna go through the bus pack again because it's just
so good. Yeah.
It's so funny. So for the bus pack, we had Speed Bus. That you could argue that's a classic bus. Unfortunately, it is at the end of the day just a bus.
Unfortunately, visually, it is simply a bus.
And then next we have Shang-Chi Bus.
Also a city bus.
We have Ghosted Bus.
That one was an interesting bus.
Very colorful.
Very colorful bus.
Then we had Muppets Bus.
The Muppet Bus is really cool. That was my
really
idea.
Cool. And then we have
Pursuit of Happiness Bus, which again, city bus.
City
again,
bus,
just
but
city
big character moment. Captain America.
Captain America. We have Little Miss Sunshine van. Would have been cool. It's a classic car, low key.
That's a classic. Yep.
Eddie car.
Next we have
Any car. American Graffiti.
Beautiful cars.
Beautiful cars from that movie. Any car, really.
All beautiful cars. Yeah. Any car from like the 70s that was worth a damn. Cool car.
Yeah. We have some Star Wars ones. We have a land speeder, a pod racer,
a Ghosted Bench.
We have Ghosted Bench from the movie Ghosted, which we've already mentioned with Ghosted Bus. Now, Jacob, do you want to explain what Ghosted Bench is?
So you might be saying that just sounds like a bench, and it was. My mom's home.
I the dogs.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good for
should we just fuck around for a little bit? Or do we want to keep the dogs in?
How long do you think the dogs are gonna be barking for?
I don't know.
Yeah, let's just fuck around for a bit then.
Okay.
Man, this podcast sucks, dude.
Yeah, it does suck. It's pretty good though.
It sucks, but it's like really cool though.
I will say, I'll keep it $1.50 with you. So far I am liking the first version that we did with this more.
Really?
I just felt like we were more upbeat or whatever.
I'm not gonna lie.
Hey,
I'm not a fan of this one. I don't remember anything really funny or entertaining about the first one, if I'm being honest.
Leonard's car though.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, they stopped.
Oh, the dog stopped.
Okay.
All right, guys. Dogs have been silenced permanently. Let's get back to the show.
Dogs. Yep. Alrighty. So Ghosted Bench. Ana de Armas and Chris Evans sit on a bench, and I think they talk.
Untrue. Already untrue.
Oh no. Okay, so they go to Chris Evans' parents' house, and he's got this sick ass like bench that's hanging. Like,
so he's got a porch swing bench.
He's got a porch swing bench.
Yeah.
And so we're like, that's a good bench. Some could even say that's a good mode of transportation. So what would happen is that the way that this vehicle would move is that they would be swinging from side to side so fast,
comically fast
that it would carry them throughout.
Yeah, and there wouldn't be any hinges to where it's holding up by swinging, so it's just a floating bench moving at Mach 10 across the track. And that was very funny to us like at 11 in the morning that day. That was
it's
extremely
like
funny to us. Animated
really
bench
was.
Couldn't get better than that.
Really couldn't. It'd be like in the old Spider-Man games where there's not a building Spider-Man. But they didn't.
But boys,
they didn't think about that.
Boy, is he swinging.
He's swinging.
Pardon the joke, but we also had a jetpack with the X-Jet, Milano, and the Quinjet. Those are mainly all Marvel jets, but you can throw in the Batwing. I think we mentioned at one point. Wonder Woman's invisible jet.
Wonder Woman's invisible jet.
Mentioned that.
Yep.
Yeah. So a jet.
You want to take this last pack too?
I would love to take this last pack for Jacob. We have the boat pack, and I have 3 named here, and honestly, each one's better than the last. Number 1 of the boat pack is the Moana boat. Just a tiny little paddle boat that they ride around for the majority of the movie. Then we have Titanic vehicle. Originally, before it was a level
vehicle.
Titanic vehicle. Originally, we wanted the Titanic as a vehicle instead of a map, but we figured the map just fit. Let us know in the comments if we were sorely mistaken. But if you ask me, Titanic vehicle, maybe best left on the cutting room floor. But it would have been funny to drive as a boat, I gotta admit.
Yep.
And the best, probably the saddest one to see go to the hands of the cutting room floor, the last one of the boat pack, and that's the Jack and Jill yacht. That's the yacht that Adam Sandler. That's the boat that Adam Sandler ride in Jack and Jill, the movie Jack and Jill yacht.
Jack and Jill.
And again, it's just a yacht, but for some reason the 4 words Jack and Jill yacht were extremely funny to me and Jacob. And
again at 11
at 11 a.m. And it made its way a decent bit into the production of this. More than I'd care to admit. But it's it's just have to be put out there. Jack and Jill yacht. What a vehicle. And that's all that we have written down, at least, for possible cars. I'm sure we said a lot more. Yeah, Jacob.
This was one that I thought of, and I thought people were going to get mad at. Oh, actually, off the top of my head, I have 2. We have Driving Miss Daisy car.
Driving Miss Daisy car, that's right.
Yeah, we just forgot to write that one down. Another classic car.
Yeah.
I was pushing for it. And then this is somebody that you might say he doesn't have an iconic car, but he is an iconic driver. Mm-hmm. That we just never mentioned.
Jay
in the
Leno.
Last one, and I wanted Jay Leno.
Jay Leno and his whole series of cars that he owns.
That's actually pretty great.
Jay Leno. Okay.
He's media, right?
He's media. He is media. He was late night
media
somehow for some reason.
Yeah.
They let him be late night somehow.
Yep. No, we just never brought up Baby Driver in our first recording.
That is true. That is actually surprising that we never did. We definitely did when we made the game, or when we were coming.
Yeah, we just forgot to
We didn't say anything about it. Yeah, But unfortunately, IMO his car isn't super iconic. Oh, you know what? We had a Baby Driver stage. We did. We had a Baby Driver stage, and then we said we had too many street levels. But it was gonna be like the different like courses that he takes in the movie, where he like goes through the alleyways and like the freeway and all that. Would have been pretty cool.
Yep. Fortunately, too many street levels.
I will say another probably iconic car, Thelma and Louise. I know that's at least in the poster of the movie. It must be a pretty iconic car. Never seen the movie. I know it's a banger though. I've heard only good things. But yeah, yep. I'm sure. I remember when we looked up most iconic cars in films. A lot of them I didn't recognize because they were from older films. I remember there were a couple from the James Bond franchise. But the thing about those is that they're just really nice actual world cars. And we wanted to get ones that encapsulate the whole idea of cinema, like Chicken Little Fire Truck. What were you going to say?
Like Chicken... I was going to say, when you said James Bond, it's like an immediate light bulb went off. I'm surprised I didn't think about this. Light bulb. I'm surprised I didn't think, Gru car. Wait, hold on.
Gru car! Holy crap. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Everyone stop the presses.
Gru car.
Stop the presses. Gru car.
Okay, we'll do a third recording.
Okay, who are we cutting out of the DLC for Gru car? Herbie. Herbie's still here.
I mean, Herbie's still
there. Herbie's still here.
Herbie's still here. Okay. In all reality, though, I forgot. John Wick car.
Is John Wick car an iconic car?
I mean, it is an iconic car. He gets his car stolen and his dog killed, and in the second movie, he gets his car back, and he says, "We are literally back in this car." And I will say, it's just another nice muscle car. Yeah, I'm thinking of.
Is that where that's from?
Unfortunately, it is just. Yeah.
That's nice.
Unfortunately, it is just another nice muscle car, and we already have Dom's. Charger. So,
but here's the thing: if the execs will let us, We can put as many cars as we want in this game. We just thought we would start off. We would just present a measly 24.
Yeah, that's a good number.
I mean, and let's be honest. Realistically, if we were actually pitching this to execs, they would cut about 20 of them. I don't think they'd allow Chicken Little Fire Truck or Paul Blart Segway or Breaking Bad RV
or even Good Burger Car. Let's keep it
Good
real.
Burger Car. They would not even let fucking El Jefe food truck, which is the reason we fucking did
They
this.
wouldn't. That we're just travesty.
It's a travesty.
They have no imagination.
They have no imagination.
Please
fund us. Please fund us. Please support us. You don't have imagination. We do. You need us.
Yep.
But yeah, there's a lot of. The thing is, cars, such an integral part. I mean, hell, we could throw in the entire Disney Pixar Cars fan club cast. By fan club cast, I mean just the cast of the movies.
Just the three of us.
Oh, get
Raynator in here.
Get Damn Dan, Slipknot Boom, and Raynator's cars, like in real life, they're actual cars, and we'll put those in the game.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do we get your toaster in there?
Yeah, R.I.P. Toast.
R.I.P.
Toast. My very first car that I unfortunately lost to a car accident. Wasn't my fault though.
Yep. It wasn't
my fault is the thing. We also don't have any Cobb cars, which I feel like there's got to be at least some iconic ones out there.
Well, at the end of the day, they are just cop cars. Naked Gun cop car. I'm just gonna say
I'm putting that out there.
Yep.
Honestly, we can just get all of the Transformers, just all of them.
Yeah.
All the cars Transformers, I should say. Shit, throw the non-car ones in the jetpack.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of potential here, and it's a big idea that me and Jacob were brave enough to tackle. But let's get into the meat and potatoes, because let's be honest, the game, even as conceptually fun as it can be, a game is not a game without good gameplay. And I'm gonna let Jacob take the wheels on this one. Jacob, tell us about this gameplay mechanics we're working on.
Get the wheel.
Take the
wheels.
Yeah, man, we're firing on all cylinders today.
Oh yeah. So one of the things that I wanted to introduce, that one could say has never been done in a kart racer before. It's never been done. Is to have the weight of each vehicle play an integral role as to how each kart plays. I will take, just as a reference, let's take Dumb and Dumber Dog Car and Breaking Bad RV. Those are two RV style type vehicles. My thing is that for the weight, let's say it gets hit by Batman's Batarang, right? Instead of like spinning out like in Mario Kart, and a lot of other cars would do, like Dom's Charger. Like there's some smaller ones like Dom's Charger, and especially Paul Blart Segway.
Paul Blart Segway.
That would be a travesty for them, right? Because they're so small. But
yeah, of course.
With something like the Breaking Bad RV or Dumb and Dumber Dog Car, they would just kind of like lose a little bit of like traction. Like when you, like if you get rear-ended, you're not like whoa swerving out. You just kind of have to regain your position on the wheel.
Exactly.
Like a slight spin out, just stuff like that. Maybe like for specific, maybe for like the spray-on shoes, because you weigh more, you'll get stuck for like 0.5 seconds longer than if you were Paul Blart Segway, stuff like that. So weight would kind of play an integral element to like your item management, and obviously like RV wouldn't have good drifting, and
I was about to say, and obviously to balance it out, bad handling, low speed, low acceleration, shit like that.
Yeah, traction.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. So that adds up. The physics of it is good.
Yeah, so that's the first thing that I want to do. Now, speaking about physics, we're gonna talk about a franchise that defies all relevancy of physics. And I'll try to baton pass this to you, but I'm gonna put more context just so I think you know what you're talking about.
Of course.
Unfortunately, the best and most prominent car-based franchise is a Fast and Furious.
It's hard to admit, but it's something that we do have to admit.
Yeah, and it is very influential, and the idea that at least the first few Fast and Furious movies had is they had a lot of reliance on this thing to help them win races, and we think it's too much of an aspect of racing in general, at least in media, to not have it as an integral part of the gameplay. So I'm going to baton pass this to you, Dan.
And that is to say that we're talking about NOS. Now, we mentioned it very briefly in the last episode, But me and Jacob were basically thinking that every character when you play has a built-in NOS like meter that you can fill up slowly, and you can do things to fill it up faster. I don't remember exactly what I said, but I'm sure we can do like Mario Kart, like where you do like little tricks that gives you like a little boost, things like that. Maybe things to pick up, maybe the Scooby snacks, whatever we decide. And then obviously, I believe we have said that it would fill up a segmented meter that's segmented into 3 parts. So you can get a maximum of 3 NOS boosts per level. Now, am I overstepping here, Jacob? Is that correct?
Yeah, two to 3. Definitely not just 1.
Definitely not just 1. Because if we were saying that limiting it definitely makes it a more strategic sort of element to add. You can't just like spam. You wouldn't want to just spam them. You know, you want to space them out. You want to gauge the field. Some people might do 1 a lap. Some people might do them all at the beginning. Some might do it all at the end. And that's the beauty of the game that you play. Have it your way, Burger King.
And the thing is that when you use the NOS, you have to commit. You have to use it until that NOS goes out. You can't just like, if you have a full NOS meter, you got to use the whole thing. You can't use like 30% of it and be like, oh, I'm gonna save the other 70%. When you press that NOS button, because you can't stop the NOS, you have to go until it dies out.
NOS don't stop.
NOS don't stop.
NOS don't stop.
So, yeah, that was another big component of
because obviously it's a kart racer, so speed is a big thing, and with a franchise like Fast and the Furious, you got to have some NOS, and that was that. Now another big element we were discussing was the idea of a motion pictures racing sort of final smash. So, like in Smash Brothers, characters have final smashes. It's one big, powerful move that they hit you with, whenever they fucking want to. Whenever like their little meter goes up, or you get the smash ball or whatever. Basically, one move that's for the most part unique to the character. Obviously, sometimes they're very similar and very close, and you can definitely categorize the final smashes into doing different things. And I'm sure you could be able to do that for this too. But that's basically the idea, that we want to do that so that you can fill up both your NOS meter, and there's a meter where you can, once it's full, you use your special, whatever we want to call it. We'll discuss the name of it actually later. But for the part, we'll say it's your special move or whatever. And now, Jacob, do you remember any ideas that we threw out for special moves?
I remember a few. I think we said that the Batmobile turns into the Batwing.
That's right. We did say that. We did say that.
You drop like little bombs.
I don't remember the bombs, but we definitely did say the Batwing.
Maybe that was it. You just get a little bit of airtime.
Makes you a little faster.
Makes you a little faster.
I think the main thing with it, because you're flying above the competition, you don't have to worry about obstacles or things getting hit. It's kind of like a superstar, but with style.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go for it.
I remember one. Jurassic Park Jeep.
That's right.
You have the T-Rex chasing behind you, and you can swerve your car, and the dinosaur will directly follow you. Yeah. So if you pop that and you have cars next to you, you can swerve into them, and the dinosaur will get them. Will hit the other players.
Yeah. That was really cool. That was a really good idea from Jacob last time in the Lost episode. But yeah, basically the point would be like, I'm assuming there'd be like a little bit of leeway so the dinosaur's a little ahead, and so you can kind of control where it goes. And obviously, I don't believe there's a risk of the dinosaur actually reaching you. It's just a way to visually represent attacking the players. But that's pretty sick. I remember we also had, for the paddy wagon, we were discussing that it would extend into like the paddy submarine from the third movie. And then it would blast those little ketchup and mustard things on the side and shoot them out as you like boost it along, and you get like 3 spurts to like lay big oil spills on the ground, while also giving you like a speed and damage advantage and things like that.
And then I remember the weight would also increase with it. So like, because we had weight as a part of it, so
it would make it a heavier wagon for sure. The Tron cycle leaves behind a Tron trail, so if someone a JonTron trail, so if someone gets hit by the trail, they obviously take damage, get stunned, spin out, whatever it is. We've all seen Tron.
Or go slower, like if they're inside
if they're
of it,
stuck in the trail, they get Yeah, they slow down.
Significantly slow. So it's something.
Something like that. But obviously the trail.
Yeah.
That's pretty obvious. I think Optimus Prime, I don't think we ever discussed that one, but I'd imagine pretty simple. He transforms. He starts running around on the field. He's got his axe and sword in hand, and he starts slicing at people beside him and shit like that. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Optimus Prime battle mode.
That would be pretty sick.
What else we got? Good Burger Car. Did you ever come up with a Good Burger Car one?
I don't know. I honestly, if we could take like a small timeout.
Yeah.
I kind of want to go back and listen to like any of the ideas that we had for these final smashes. I don't know if you want to like throw them into the edit of this.
Yeah.
'Cause I feel like we had some cool ones that I just don't want to get lost in the sands of time. I feel like we did.
I don't remember many.
I don't either, and I feel like we did do stuff. I don't know if that's possible.
I mean,
for you,
it would be hard because we'd have to. We would only be listening to our own perspective.
Oh, that's right.
We'd only be listening to half of the conversation.
Okay.
It's okay though. It's okay.
Maybe you listen.
The listeners will put it up. We'll put it up for the listeners on the Patreon. The full Lost episode.
Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Where were we when we cut back?
Just a Good Burger Car. Did we come up with any for Good Burger?
Did we come up with any final smash at all for Good Burger Car? I don't recall. I think we discussed maybe add special sauce, but because it's already an item, we didn't really do anything with it.
Yeah, maybe that big Mondo burger that crushes Brother Reed. the teacher's car.
Yeah. Oh, Jacob's ring lights fall. Technical difficulties.
Oh nope, got it.
No, we're good. We're good. We're all clear. Now I do remember we discussed the DeLorean, but I don't remember what it was. Obviously, it was a time thing.
Oh.
I think I had an idea. I had an idea where it it's like a really big advantage if you can get it right. So we thought in order to balance it out, you need a skill cap. So basically, in the movies, you got to reach 88 miles per hour to actually time travel. So once you activate your final smash, you have a small window of time where you have to actually get up to that speed. And if you can successfully and the way it works is that you will reach the speed if you don't slow down, brake, get hit by an item, anything like that. So if you are good and you can swerve past people and not get hit by things in that time period, you will be rewarded with a big boost that basically just like shoots you forward real fast, and then it leaves behind the little fire trails that are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a pretty sizable boost, a pretty sizable gap in. That's gotta see a good couple places forward, but you have to earn it. You have to be good at the game. We're not just gonna give you a free third place. Nah, me.
Which I think is for sure, and it has the potential to get you into that third place, but it is the only one that I think we've created so far that's not just like, okay, you pop it, you get a little bit of a reward.
Exactly. It's one of the only ones that we require some skill.
It's like Sonic CD when you pass the signs. Pass the future signs.
It's just like Sonic CD.
It's just like Sonic CD. Oh, this is just a real quick. You said there'd be gas and goofs and stories and shares.
Yeah.
I went back to the gaming shop. Do you remember where I said they had a copy of Sonic CD?
Yeah.
Like for the Sega CD. Yeah. It was still there. Ooh. I went 2 days ago and it was still there. It was still $90. I unfortunately have not copped yet, but I have a credit card now, so I might cop.
Ooh. That's actually smart. What is it, $90? $90. That's not bad in the slightest.
No,
not at all.
And maybe I get a Sega CD and put that on credit, and I just abuse credit.
Yeah,
because I'm gonna be in debt. I'm gonna be in debt. Anyways.
Yeah, exactly. You got student loans probably eventually.
Eventually.
I mean, yeah, that's America, baby. I'll put it all on debt.
Yeah, I mean that's what.
Buy first, think later is what I always say. Even actually buy first, pay later. Actually.
Yeah.
That's America.
That's America.
What
are we talking about?
Well, we're talking about Chicken Little fire truck. Chicken Little fire final smash. Hear me out. Just off the dome.
Okay, off the dome.
The UFO. When a UFO comes up above you, a bunch of the little squid guys start spinning around and like in a little circle around you, and so you have like a little force field of them. That's off the dome. Off the dome. That just happened. That just came to me.
That just came to me.
I'm genius.
Okay. And then so with that,
Yeah.
So you get a barrier, right?
Uh-huh.
This might be too much to have a barrier and also an attacking position.
Mm-hmm.
But what if the aliens come? You get the force field, and then you just hear Runt go, deploy ladder, and then the ladder just swings around slightly like out of the force field, so it's like a very small hitbox. Or
we put both of our ideas together. The little aliens come out and they start swarming you, and then you hear Runt go, deploy the ladder, and the ladder starts spinning around. And it's kind of like a T-Rex where we're fighting off the aliens. But if anyone is in the way of the ladder, they get hit by the ladder.
They get hit by the ladder. Okay. Wow.
Or, hear me out.
Or
I don't know what the actual move would be, but visually speaking, it would be so cool if it became like the movie version of them at the end of the movie when they're watching it in the cinema. It just becomes like Ace with the dope ship and everything. Just a thought. Just to put it out there. Just a thought.
Ooh, wait. Also, okay, this is I like how we're having the most variety of ideas for Chicken Little Fire. Okay, or
it's a good movie.
It is a great, yeah. That's honestly one of my favorite Disney movies. Or the little like, you know how the soda, the orange soda bottles.
Yeah.
They just spit out from the side of the fire truck, and the soda spits out, and it's just a big forward boost of momentum. Not that creative.
But
or we just give it all.
Okay, how about
make
this?
It the most broken.
You hit the final smash. The giant panel from the first part when the panel falls into his bedroom, it falls, crushes you, and you're like frozen for a little bit.
You ride the panel.
Exactly. It comes back up. You're riding the panel. You zoom across the field. Yup. Chuck. See, and we almost cut Chicken Little Fire Truck too.
There's so much to do.
And there's so much to do with Chicken Little Fire Truck, and we almost cut Chicken Little Fire Truck.
Wow.
What
a world.
What a world.
I think Dom's Charger had one of the lamest ones. Like you just get like unlimited.
You just get more Nas than normal.
You just get more. Yeah.
Well, we could be interesting and do now. I don't mean to spoil the movie, but I do believe it's in the trailer. There is a scene in Fast X where two helicopters hit him with like the chains on either side, and then
I've seen that in the trailer.
He jumps past the bridge, and the helicopters hit each other, and so they're just like rolling on the street behind him, and he's causing crazy mass destruction. We'll just do that. We'll just have two giant helicopters like rolling around behind him. Or now this might actually be Fast X spoilers. Do you care about Fast X spoilers, Jacob?
Of course not.
Okay, for the audience, if you care about Fast X spoilers, click off the video and go watch Fast X.
Click off the video and don't watch a Critics Corner episode 25, I think.
Did I spoil Fast X?
Yeah.
What?
You and I were talking about it, and you were like, okay, now this is actually spoilers.
Oh, that's right. That's funny. Okay, did I mention that John Cena dies?
No. You didn't mention that.
Okay, John Cena does die, which is very sad because if you remember that episode, I said that John Cena was my favorite part about the movie.
Yeah.
So you imagine how genuinely upset I was when he died. But Jacob Toretto, Jacob Toretto. Oh, hey. Jacob and Dan instead of Dom, dude. We're the Torettos.
It was made.
We'll make the movies, but with our cars. Anyways, there's a scene where Jacob Toretto, John Cena, has a car that he built cannons into. So he hits this lever and it loads the cannon and it just shoots these giant fucking missiles. What if you turn into that car? Like Dom's Charger just puts up giant cannons on the side and you can choose which direction to do it. And this is how he dies. Do you mind if I tell you how he dies?
Tell me how he dies.
Jason Momoa steals Dom's son. And Jacob is like, I gotta get his son back and I'm gonna kill myself. So he takes the cannons. He's been pointing them either forward or back. He points them downward. Fires the cannon so it launches him upward into the air, and he falls head first, quote unquote head, the top of the car down, lands on the car, and it explodes to stop to get them out of Dom's way so Dom can get his son back.
And then he goes
Jacob, and then Jacob says, no family. I forgot what John Cena says. But it was cool. That's how that final smash ends. The cannons go down, jump.
What is that?
What is that? What?
Why does that actually sound cool?
It was. Listen, I'll admit it. That was cool. I liked it. Unfortunately, overall bad movie. But I digress.
But every shit has its admirable qualities.
Every time you take a shit, there's a little bit of relief.
Yep.
Anyways, so that could be his final smash.
Anyways,
the cannons, and then he jumps up, and it's like a self bomb.
Yeah, and you can even dodge Hector Salamanca with that.
You can even dodge Hector Salamanca with that. Now, I'm thinking of a cool Optimus Prime one. I don't know if you remember in Dark of the Moon when he has a trailer behind him, and the trailer turns into like a bunch of stuff that he can wear as like a jet and like armor and shit.
Oh yeah.
What if he's driving, you hit the button, the trailer like comes out of the side of the screen, rams into you, and then like transforms into like jet form, and you start flying above, and you just straight up go into combat mode. You can lock onto someone and like slice them with your axe.
Yeah. What if you get like a Metroid Prime perspective?
Oh, like the HUD.
Yeah. And you can just start like shooting.
Just shooting, and you get like an axe and shit.
Yeah.
That's fucking
okay.
Cool.
And what if this might be like too much of like, because that sounds pretty OP. My thing is that you're stationary, so when you drop back down, you haven't like moved. So you have to be really good with your shots.
You have to be. That's another way to balance it out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be.
Because I'm like that sound. Oh my gosh. I'm like that sounds too OP.
That sounds
definitely
OP for sure. I agree.
That has to be our like balancer.
Yeah.
But it sounds pretty cool.
But it sounds pretty dope.
That sounds. Yeah.
We're
all about balance at the end.
Can I add a car?
I mean, go ahead.
I mean, it's too late, Dan. But Ant-Man van.
We
never once considered an Ant-Man van.
Wow. Okay.
And then that's the final touch is easy because the Quantumania, it just gets really small, and there's and it gets huge, big. Start running over people.
I didn't know that was the thing.
It never does that once. But you know how they built the machine in the back of the van?
Oh yeah.
I'm just meaning like we'll just make shit up for it. Anyways, Ant-Man van, it's in the game. It's actually base roster. We're getting Good Burger out.
Yeah, Good Burger's out. Mono Burger's out.
Mono Burger's out.
Oh, that's another lab one.
What happened?
Or like a factory. Like Hank's factory.
Yeah, that'd be cool. You have like giant ants running around holding like the comically large batteries and shit. Yeah.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Kind of a good idea, right?
And that gets out the Mondo Burger because you could either grow yourself big.
Oh yeah! Holy shit! Hold on.
No.
I can't get rid of Good Burger car, but I can get rid of Ferris Bueller Ferrari.
No.
Okay, we get rid of Dumb and Dumber dog car. What is Dumb and Dumber dog car's fucking final smash gonna be? The dog comes to life? What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing with this fucking game?
I don't know.
Stop yelling at me, Dan. We've gotten to the point of the pitch where I'm pissed.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Now, what is the mystery machines? Because that's got potential.
It does.
Ghost car.
Ooh.
Ghost car.
I like that. Ghost car. What do you think about ghosted car?
Ghosted car. Interesting.
Ghosted car.
Interesting.
I'm thinking have it be like a Spider-Verse situation where instead of every variant of Spider-Man chasing and that's in the trailer, you know.
Yeah.
It's just every Scooby-Doo antagonist. It's kind of like like Jurassic Park Dinosaur, where every single villain they've ever gone up against is just running after them. They've had enough.
That's cool.
And it's just chaos.
That's cool.
Yeah, very much too similar to Jurassic Park Dinosaur, and I'd rather keep that.
Definitely.
But
okay, how about this?
I mean, there's enough
exact same thing as Jurassic Park Dinosaur, but instead of a T-Rex, it's the ghost pterodactyl from the second movie.
Oh, that's interesting.
All right, fuck Scooby-Doo. Let me tell you something, Jacob. How far did you get into Ash vs. Evil Dead?
Just the first season.
Son of a bitch. Okay, I'm not gonna say my idea because spoiler. But okay. let the audience be known. It's a good idea. And I bet if we reconvened after the fact you've seen the episode, you'd admit it was a good idea too.
Okay. Or for now, put a bookmark in that. Yeah. The one for now is that it transforms into the Army of Darkness, souped up going into the army.
See, that's actually good. That's actually really good.
I think we had this
exact conversation where I realized you hadn't seen the episode. Didn't want to spoil it. You said, okay, well, for now.
And then,
it was that idea.
Yep.
Yep. Cool. We're simpatico. Now, Cloudy Car.
Cloudy Car.
Just makes a spaghetti storm in front of you.
Yep.
Just launches a spaghetti tornado in front of you. That's easy.
That's easy.
Battle Bus.
Ferris
Fortnite
Bueller.
Battle Bus. What's that all about?
There's a lot of stuff. Let's not even worry about that.
Okay,
right now,
yeah.
It's so brimming with ideas. We got to come up with
Griswold Station.
Ferris Bueller.
Oh, Ferris Bueller car.
Okay. So they put it in reverse, right?
They
put it in reverse.
Put it in reverse there.
And I will tell you, we're coming up on 50 minutes.
We are kissing an hour again.
Yes. So Ferris Bueller Ferrari car. It has to be something about throwing it in reverse.
Throwing it back for the real one. Does that happen in the movie? What are you talking about?
So Cam's dad knows how many miles are on that car. So
Oh yeah.
Is to put it in reverse to get the miles off.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing I can come up with. I don't know what you do with that.
That's funny. I don't know what you do with that either.
But it's something.
Okay,
right?
but Griswold Station Wagon though.
They do drive off a cliff. Oh wait, no, wait.
Now, how's that affect?
Not off a. Oh, you get Uncle Eddie in there in his trailer home, and maybe like he drives alongside you, and he's like, "Hey, what's up, Mr. Griswold?" And he's like, "Cousin Eddie, I hate you, I despise you," and I don't know. He drinks a lot. He could be a drunk driver.
I have to try.
He just kind of
You just lose all control and you start violently hydroplaning across the street and just knock everyone off the road. There we go.
Yeah, okay, so the Griswold family car turns into Uncle Eddie's trailer park home. He's a drunk driver. You put it in. Nobody takes the wheel.
I see.
The main man upstairs takes the wheel.
Yeah, yes sir.
And
yes, sir.
you can't do anything. Inverted controls, tank controls even.
Tank controls would be hype. Now let me hit you with this idea.
Okay.
Not with the Griswolds because I haven't seen the movie, so we're moving on. Paul Blart Segway.
I'm dying to know.
Now, my first thought was lollipop that gives you crazy boost because it's hypoglycemia, right?
Oh, right, of course.
But I thought, how do we give him? And then I thought, wouldn't it be funny if instead of giving him a handicap to make him balanced, it was just lollipop that takes you to first place? Now, but if we're being honest, can we be serious now? I'm thinking it spawns a series of items on the field, various lollipops and candies and ice creams, but then there's also a lot of healthy foods and sugar-free foods. Ooh. And you have to avoid those and hit the sugar ones, and that's how you get the crazy boost. But as soon as you hit a vegetable or whatever, stop in your tracks. But the boost for the candy is insane.
I have another idea.
Okay, hit me.
It's super dumb.
I like that.
You get the lollipop.
Yeah.
Instantly takes you right before the finish line. Lollipop's over the finish line. And you pass out right before the finish line, and then there's a timer.
And you have
30 seconds.
Spam buttons.
You have to spam buttons to just inch your way past the finish
line.
Oh my god!
And
everybody else can pass you up.
Oh, you're like crawling at that point.
Yeah.
That's fucking funny. That's really funny.
Because that happens, right? Because he's about to do his thing, and then he passes out. Like, that happens like 3 times in Paul Blart. I remember
That's really funny.
his entry. I remember that happens on like his entry exam. He passes out, and he has to eat that lollipop that's like covered in like everything,
like lit in dirt and shit.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you a question. Let's say by some miracle of fate, someone gets this final smash within like lap 2. Does it take you to the finish line of lap 3?
Yeah.
Okay. If that is the case, then I think the timer needs to be adjusted. Will be an algorithm that depends on how far away second place is, and that'll calculate it. Okay. And that'll also make the spamming more difficult. Now, hear me out. What if hit the final smash, stops you right in your tracks, you're on the floor crawling, there's a lollipop a couple feet in front of you, hit the spam, blah, blah, blah. If you can get it, insane boost to however the fuck. Just to make it a little more fair and realistic, I will say your idea is a lot better and funnier. And at the end of the day, this is a comedy podcast.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Obviously, it's you can turn off Final Smashes in competitive Smash. You can turn off Final. This is a fun.
This
factor.
is a fun factor.
And maybe
if you're a little bitch, you turn off Final Smashes.
Yeah, and everybody's got that one friend that always played Meta Knight and Brawl.
Yeah.
There's gonna be that one friend that is hella good at spamming and mashing.
There's gonna be Paul Blart mains
segue.
up the ass for sure.
I would love Paul Blart to be a top.
Paul Blart probably would be S tier motion pictures racing character.
If we kept that Final Smash as it just teleports you right before the finish line, and there's a lollipop on the other side of it.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good. That'd be fucking funny. Good. All right, so we got Paul Blart's down. Drive Kart, literally nothing to it. Speed Racer, couldn't tell you. Herbie, no ideas. Fantastic Car.
Fantastic Car. There's a lot to work with.
Lots to work with there. We'll put a pin in that.
I think we had the idea for that.
What was it?
Of like, it sounded busted, but it's like every Fantastic Force power, so it makes it super heavy because of the thing. Mm-hmm. Little barriers around you for Invisible Woman.
Yeah.
The speed trails behind, and maybe like stretches out or something.
Yeah, but that doesn't make any sense. And I think
it really doesn't. It really doesn't.
Now, what I was thinking this would be less of a cool thing and more of a cute thing, but it would be cool if it was just a boost, but it's like a randomizer of who gives you the boost out of the 4. Like, what if like you hit a boost and there's like Mr. Fantastic turns like a little slingshot and fucking like launches you forward, and then one of them is like Human Torch is back there, he's pushing you in the thing and like huge fire trail. One of them is the thing just like pounds into the ground and then fucking like whoa, you know what I mean, or just like throws the car. Other than Invisible Woman just like throws her little invisible waves. I don't know what the scientific terms that they use in the comics are, but her kinetic stuff to push you forward.
She can make like a kinetic ramp for you to drive off of.
I like that. Yeah. What if we give it again the skill cap, and there's like 4 phases to it. This is a lot. It's a very technical character to play. Very technical card to play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But there's 4 phases, and the first one is like maybe Mr. Fantastic to give you the boost with a slingshot, right? And you have to time it right. If you time it right, you get big boost. And then Human Torch comes out, and you have to like spam a button, like do like memorize buttons to keep his flame consistent. And then Thing to
to
thing that shit up, to Thing Burger it up, and then number 4 is Invisible Woman, and to time it right to build a ramp right in front of you, and it launches you again. Big boost. I'm working with what I got here, man. Yeah. I got nothing.
I like that.
Or Herbie comes out, and he goes, you could use a little bit of an upgrade, and the card just gets epic mode. That could be cool too. Yeah, there's always Herbie. Not car Herbie, robot Herbie.
Not car Herbie. The good
Herbie. The fun Herbie.
I don't want to be Herbist, but
the fun Herbie. We know it.
But we know. Yeah, I thought this was gonna be the short segment.
We did talk for a little bit that we're probably gonna cut out. Remember?
Oh, that's true.
I will say if we're gonna wrap up the Final Smash segment, we have to figure out a Final Smash for the one that started it all, El Jefe food truck.
That's true.
There's no way that we're gonna build this whole game around El Jefe food truck without giving him the decency of giving him a Final Smash. Now, what do we think?
Off rip.
What if you get a little notification on the screen? It's like a little tweet pops up. It's like, we're gonna be in blah blah blah, and then instant stage name. Huge crowd of people comes and it blocks the road, and the other people can't drive.
Whoa. Okay. That's liking
cool,
that.
Right?
I'm liking that. That's pretty cool.
What do you got? Or your car turns into Jon Favreau in the middle of his chocolate lava cake rant. It's fucking molten!
You fucking asshole!
You fucking asshole! It's fucking molten!
He's like, that's
you leave it frozen in the middle so that when it melts, it keeps it molten on the inside. It's fucking molten! I want to memorize that rant verbatim so bad.
That'd be great.
For Halloween, I'll be Jon Favreau chef.
It'll be Jon Favreau.
Or cornstarch in your nuts.
Cornstarch in your nuts. Okay.
There's something there. There's something there.
We can do something with that. Okay, I really like Jon Favreau rant for now. That doesn't mean
It
anything.
doesn't mean anything. Hold on. There's gotta be something. Robert Downey Jr. I almost said Robert De Niro. Robert Downey Jr. He's in that one.
He talks about his
I like it like that. Have you seen a quick side note? Have you seen the Chef Show on Netflix?
Yeah,
It's good, right?
I've seen a lot of it. Yeah,
it's really good.
I think it's funny that Chef actually I don't know if it's even on Netflix anymore, but when I first wanted to watch Chef, I was like, oh, it's gotta be on Netflix because the Chef Show exists on Netflix.
But that is not the case.
That is not the case. I just think that's very funny that you can have something that's based off a movie clearly, and it's just not on your catalog.
Yeah, that's really funny.
Yeah, but yeah, that Marvel episode where they get some of the Avengers together, that episode slaps, and that restaurant looked really cool.
Let me hit you with an idea.
Yeah.
In the Chef Show, when they make a food, if it splits up to the different ingredients, what if you activate the final smash? And every car in front of you within like a certain radius, like around you, they like split open into all their parts, and they're left levitating in the air for a little bit as to give you time to like zoom by, and and then they come back together.
That is so.
That's
cool.
fucking funny.
Or it does that specifically for El Jefe food truck, and like it becomes like you keep the speed. You keep the speed of whatever speed you're traveling at, but everything goes like through you.
I see. Like, you like pass through everything. Yeah, I was thinking that too. That makes sense. Mm-hmm. That's good too.
Because realistically, having every car explode, that might
crash some switches. That might crash some switches.
Yeah, that might crash. Yeah.
That's still really good though, right?
That's so good. Yeah, that is so good. That's so creative.
Thank you. I try.
That's amazing. That's genuinely so good.
Oh, what if like the visual that starts it is the Jon Favreau rant? You hear like a voice come. It's like, it's fucking molten. It's just like, yeah, it splits up into different fragments.
Like as he's saying molten, and you hear the sound. Or you say it's fucking molten, and I'll boom.
Okay. It's fucking molten. Hell yes.
Okay.
See, now we're getting. Now this is a game. Now we're getting somewhere.
Yep. I think we've done a lot of the heavy lifting.
Yeah. Now it's time for the execs to build the game and make the game.
Now it's time to fund this bitch.
Yeah. Now it's time to fund this bitch. In the link in the description, follow our Patreon to fund this game and make it a reality. Anyways.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, I feel like this is the most expensive game that'll ever be made.
Yeah, it will be.
There's so many movies.
Yep. There's so many movies.
Yep.
The way you said
so many.
There's so many movies out there. It's crazy. It's crazy how many movies there are actually.
That's a great sound. That's in the show, right? I'm not just making.
I don't think you're making that up because I thought of that too. I'm almost positive they do that show in the sound of the show. Almost positive.
That's the greatest Final Smash I think that's happened today.
And you know what? It was a banger of a note to end this fucking episode on.
Yes, it was.
And this series of episodes, thank you guys for following our journey of explaining to you motion pictures racing. I'm so glad you can join us. I hope you enjoy this. If you guys have any ideas of any cars that we missed, items that we could do, stages, Final Smash ideas, please, I beg you, leave them in the comments. If we actually get comments, which who knows, we'll respond to them.
Yeah.
That'll be pretty cool.
For me, it might be if you're seeing a comment from Slipknot Boom, I'll comment under the Slipknot Boom account, and that's how you know that I'm responding.
That's how you know. And I will probably respond under the channel that it's posted on. Which, by the way, if I can do some actual business talk here for a second, this will be obvious to you because you will be watching it by now. But as far as YouTube goes for the video portions, this will be posted under the same account, the same channel as a Critters Corner. I will be renaming the account to our Studio 82, which I came up with a couple months ago, and I realized this is finally the chance to actually use it. So Studio 82 will be the home of our 2 podcasts. Now we're just waiting for Jacob and Raymond to link up to make their own podcast, and then the triangle is complete.
Wow.
As far as Spotify goes, it'll be on its own RSS feed. What are you gonna say?
Actually, that's a question. That's a personal question that I can ask.
Oh,
I was
after the
gonna say
cameras
who's.
are off.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was just gonna do a who's who
Out of
two things that do exist and something that doesn't exist. So.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, and anyways.
Yes. And.
But yeah, as far as Spotify goes, this will be on its own feed. Which again, if you're listening on Spotify, you will already know this by now. But I'm gonna, I'm just gonna leave it at that. So thank you guys for following. Same with us being on the same YouTube channel. Me and Jacob are gonna post the original episodes, we should say, on our Patreon. It'll be the same Patreon as the Critters Corner. So if you're following us on a Critters Corner Patreon, it'll be there. Again, we're just gonna convert it to a Studio 82 Patreon just to support our stuff. So please run, do not walk. It'll be bonus content. Maybe, hey, I don't want to overstep, but maybe me and Jacob will watch some movies from this game. Throw it up there.
Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be
pretty sick. That'd be pretty hype, if you ask me.
Yep.
But I think that's all I got for now.
Same here.
So hopefully we see you guys next time. Whenever we decide, whenever one of us gets enlightened to pitch something next time, one of us will be the sole pitcher. So probably there'll be a little bit more of a conversation, a little bit of less. It'll be a little different, but hopefully you guys like this episode and you guys like this show. And we'll see you guys next time. I've been Damn Dan, one half of Pitch Imperfect.
And I am Slipknot Boom, the other half of Pitch Imperfect.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody.
I love you.